In today's show, we've got news about Disneyland Paris unveiling the dazzling details for their 30th anniversary, more entertainment coming to the Magic Kingdom for the 50th anniversary celebration, headline news, meetups, trivia, and so much more, all in today's Disney Parks podcast.
Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
All right, buddy. How you doing tonight?
Good.
Yeah?
Chilling and willing.
How was your weekend?
Good. Good. We went to the Festival of the Farts, and we were there. the arts.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's different than it's been in years. I think. I was talking to a couple of the artists, and they're all chattering about supply chain issues. There was a specific piece of art I was going for. I'll throw this up on the screen so you can see it. This artist, Tim Rogerson, 2 years ago, I think, did a piece of Toy Story art, and then this year he did it's like a big, longer piece. It's like Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each panel kind of has tells a story of each of the movies. And the only thing they had was the original. Well, I'm not interested in an original because the price tag is very expensive.
Little high.
But, I'll take the print on canvas every day, right? And they had none. I had to order it online. So I said to the woman, I said, that's great. I'm glad I can get it. But how do I get Tim to sign it? Well, you can bring it back to the festival and he'll sign it. Oh, you want me to drag that all through the park to have Tim sign it? That's terrific. I'm so excited about that.
Thank you very much.
I'm so excited.
Appreciate that.
I'm so excited. Thank you.
Yeah.
We only sampled food over in Italy. All the lines were very long Sunday.
All right.
Which I guess is good.
Yeah.
The reason I think all the lines were long is there was only 1 or 2 people taking orders.
Wow, really?
Very understaffed. They had the 4 kiosks, but there were maybe like 1 person at each end.
Right.
Or sometimes just 1 person. And I'm like, if the line was super, super long and then you looked, you'd be like, oh, they only have 1 person working. So very understaffed. Maybe have less booths then and more people taking orders. So we went to the booth by Italy, and our problem was the line was long. There were 2 people taking orders, but they were making the food faster than the people could take the orders, and it was all sitting under heat lamps. So it was lukewarm at best, not hot, because they made it and then it's been sitting under a heat lamp. So that was another little bugaboo. This is what the book looks like. And they have all the stuff in it. They have all the food. They have all the entertainment. There's, little culinary stamp things you can get again. But nothing earth-shattering.
Right.
Most of the places didn't have a lot of the prints. They just distribution issues, So I did get to see Tim Rogerson, who's going to come on the podcast.
Nice.
I saw our buddy Greg McCullough.
Nice. How's he doing?
He's doing good. Living the RV life now for 2 years.
Yeah?
Yeah. And this is his last show for the year. And then he's doing only commission art for the rest of the year because it's backlogged.
Good for him.
Yeah. So after this, him and his wife are hitting the road again, and they're just doing commission art for the rest of the year. And then I stopped by to see Dave. We've had him, Dave on Zero. He does that 3D art kind of stuff. There was a lot of Donald stuff, John, this year.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Can't have it all.
Yeah, so, So I gave our card out to a bunch of different artists. I said, listen, you want to come on a podcast, talk about your stuff? Here's the number. Call us. Call us, email us, whatever. Right. So, we'll see. Also, they added 2 more stickers to the retro collection. I think this one is old. I don't think I got this the first time out, but this is a new one that I picked up. And This is what they're doing for KidCot. They're giving you this card with a sticker, and then you can color the back. Not there, somewhere else.
Yes. You can't do that here.
Can't touch anybody else's crayons. So you get a little sticker that you put, and then you color the back. So that's what they're doing for KidCot. Yeah, and that was my Sunday, pretty much.
Delayed gratification.
Exactly.
Well, let me regale you with my
regale
story.
us with your story, John.
So we hung around local most of the weekend. Friday night we pitted around, and Saturday we just did some shopping and some stuff. We had a friend who was in the hospital, so we were trying to stay local to see how we could help. But the fun part came on Sunday because we went to breakfast with the plan of going to the outlet mall over by Disney Plus because we needed a few things. Of course, I had to stop.
Disney Springs, not Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney. Did I say Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Did I really? Well, that's because we just got done recording the Disney Plus show. That makes sense. Sorry. My brain is going boys and girls. I'm just going to start drooling. So we went to the outlet mall, stopped in the Invicta store, came this close to buying more watches.
Did they have any sales going on?
Oh yeah, you buy one get two, buy two get four.
Buy 2 get 4. All right, damn it. Yeah. Should have gone there.
Buy two get 4.
Nice.
And they have these sets now.
Oh.
And we put on one of the sets, and it was awesome. And then I tried one of their.
Like when you say set, what are we talking? Like a set of 5, 6, 10?
No. It's like a men's and women's.
Oh, those kind of sets.
His and hers that are that match. They're just size differences and a little bit of cosmetic difference. But so we found one that we were just like really in love with, and then I tried on.
It's a dangerous store.
Oh my God, you have no idea. I tried on one of their Kraken. Which is it's just the watches where the band is like it's almost like fish scales where it just kind of like loops underneath each other, goes all around. Yeah. Oh my God, I wanted that watch so bad, but it was $900.
Ouch.
Like, no, it's a little pricey even for me.
Yeah, because then if you were to do the buy 2 get 4 free, that has to be all some other watches got to be more expensive than that. For that to be free.
Well, to get it to free, yeah. But if you buy that watch and another watch, that's you spend $1,000, you can walk out there with some really great watches.
Yeah, sure.
So
but the 2 highest ones are the ones you purchase.
Ones you pay for. So
you can't get the Kraken for free.
No, God no, unless you
unless you buy other watches that are, like I said, more expensive.
Yeah. So anyway, we had to make the obligatory stop into the Character Warehouse.
Oh, nice.
Now,
hold on. Before you... So what merch are they getting rid of? 2021, obviously.
A crap ton of Mickey, Mummy popcorn buckets.
So Halloween still and Christmas.
Yeah. Well, not so much Christmas.
Yeah.
Mainly Halloween stuff. Literally, dude, you couldn't swing a dead cat and not hit 2,500 popcorn buckets. They're ubiquitous. They were ubiquitous around the store. They had a lot of Olaf 3-piece cookie jars that looked like they could hold about 6 Girl Scout cookies. I don't know what the point of having a 3-piece cookie jar that you can't hold very much in, but hey, what do I know? Anyway.
What's a popcorn bucket that only holds
No,
10
no, no.
pieces of popcorn.
It's a cookie jar.
No, but I'm saying the
Yeah,
popcorn buckets aren't any bigger.
yeah, that's true. So they had a lot of shirts and stuff, but
Mm,
most of the stuff was kids. Most of the adult
yeah,
stuff was gone.
yeah.
Uh,
It seems to be smalls and mediums.
yeah, and they have taken out a bunch of the merchandise, a bunch of the hard merchandise. It's mainly clothes. It's
Mm,
mainly clothes now.
yeah.
So anyway,
And this is the
they're in
one.
Orange.
This is the one by Disney Springs, not on iDrive, right?
Yeah, Disney
Yeah. Yeah,
Springs,
okay.
not Disney Plus.
Okay. Good.
Um, so that's in Orange County, right?
Yes.
Now, Orange County is not under a
Mask
mandate, right?
mandate. No.
Okay. So here's the funny thing, kids. When you go to Disney, you still have to wear a mask, no matter what you do, when you're on property, right?
At least inside, yes.
Yes. And so apparently they're keeping that rule over at the Character Warehouse store.
Hmm.
So Sid goes walking in. She's walking in first. I was bringing up the rear, and she walked in. He's like, "Ma'am, do you have a sign? Or, ma'am, do you have a mask?" And she says, yeah, I got it right here." And she pulled it right out of her coat, pops it on. She walks in. So he gets me. He says, "Sir, do you have a mask?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." And I reach in the pocket that I normally put my mask, and it wasn't there. And it's like, "Well, crap." And I went to the other pocket, and I was like, "Crap. Where did I put that mask?" Because I just had it on like an hour before.
Yeah.
And I put it in my front left pocket, which is a pocket that I only put my cell phone in.
Yeah.
So I never stopped moving forward. I slowed down, but I
Mm.
never stopped moving forward. I just was not going to stop.
Yeah.
I don't feel compelled to have to put a mask on and then walk in because there's nobody right in the front there, you
Yeah.
know? So I started walking. He's like, "Sir, do you have a mask?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Sir, do you have a mask?" I'm like, "Yes." And at this time we're 3 feet apart, and he puts both his hands up like
Mm.
he's going to physically stop me from coming in the store. He's like, "Sir, you have to put a mask on." I'm like, "I'm working on it here." And I finally pull a mask out, and I thought, "I'm working on it." And I start getting it over my nose, and he's still coming towards me. And I put my hand out like, "I will end you."
Right.
And I walk in as I'm looping it around, and another cast member is like, "Sir, you have to have a mask on." And I'm like, "I get it. You
Right.
know, your monkey outside just about, put his hands on me because I don't have the mask on. I'm putting my mask on."
Right.
And as I'm saying this, before I started elevating, because I could feel my ears go red, I was getting pissed. They had a Florida sheriff standing in the room. I'm
Mm.
like, "Okay, temper your thoughts, John." I'm like, "I'm putting it on." I said, look, your guy outside, you know, he told me I had to have a mask on. I'm
Mhm.
getting my mask. I just had an issue putting it on, and he's trying to physically keep me from coming into the store. Last I checked, we're not under a mask mandate, and last I checked, this is not Disney property.
Right.
So let me
Right.
pause. Let me pause right here. I understand they're doing a couple different things. They're doing store security.
Mhm.
They're trying to keep everybody safe. They're counting the customers coming in. They're
Mhm.
wanting to make sure that everybody's as safe as possible.
Right.
They're just doing their job, and I applaud them for it, and I appreciate that they're doing it.
Yeah.
But the one dude was a little like overly aggressive
Yeah.
about it,
Yeah.
and I just
A little power goes a long way to some people.
yeah, and I'm standing there looking at her. It's like I'm tired of being told that I can't do something
Yeah.
just because you're Disney. You're not on property.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is not Disney property.
This
You
is the
don't
free
own,
world.
yeah, you don't own this property. You're
Yeah.
at the outlet mall,
Right.
and I know you're trying to play by the company rules.
Yeah.
And I think I got a look from the sheriff. I said, "I'm fine. Nothing going on. I got my mask on. Everything's great." I was hot, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just, and then when we walked out, I took another look at him, and it's like, I don't want to judge,
Mm.
but it's just like, this is a good job for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big
Yeah.
deal. He's working for Disney.
Yeah. I had a similar but not the same.
Right.
Beach club going through the door, and I didn't have my mask because I was going right back out the back door, and I was getting yelled at by cast members that I didn't have a mask on. I said, in the 6 feet from this door to that door, I have the likelihood of transmitting COVID to nobody in this lobby and getting sick myself. I said, I don't think so. Yeah.
Well, and here's the funny thing. You know, we went to Cape May. Was it you and me?
Yeah.
You and me and the girls went to Cape May, like right as they opened. And the minute you got to the table, you took your mask off, and that restaurant was full.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I'm looking, and people are sitting all around, like
Right.
even in the walkways,
Right.
and they don't have partitions up.
Right.
And people are walking around the walkways with masks on, and people are sitting there eating, facing them
Yeah.
with no masks on. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's inconsistent. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I get it. Before you guys send cards and letters, I get it. I totally understand it. They're just doing their job, and I'm not upset with that.
Right.
I just don't feel like encouraging someone to put a mask on should be something that it should involve touching.
Right. We went to Nine Dragons for dinner. So there's a couple, table of two. They sat us right next to them at a table of two. Then a family of four came, and a family of four came, and they sat one table away. And then another family of four came, and they were going to sit them right in between that table of four and us. And the woman said, "There's all those empty tables. Couldn't we sit there so we're 6 feet maybe away from all these other people?" I agreed with her. I'm like, why are they sitting everybody 6 inches from each other when the restaurant was empty? They could have sat people at every other table, and still would have been fine. So I don't get their thinking sometimes. And I mean, that's a contract place. That's not owned by Disney.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Disney doesn't own the outlet mall, yet they were still keeping those weird policies.
Yeah. So
anyway,
anywho,
enough griping.
Enough ranting. And the rant portion of this show is now over. Let's continue on to the news.
Disney rants. All right. Anything else you want to add before we get? All right. There's nothing else we could do, boys and girls. We get into
the news.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
Enchanting hundreds of millions of guests and creating unforgettable memories for the past 30 years, Disneyland Paris will begin celebrating its own anniversary on March 6th of 2022. To reach this historic milestone, the new era will be marked by transformation, limitless creativity, and new technology. The continued success at the resort is owed in part to the commitment of innovation and innovating new ideas, exploring new paths, and continually reinventing itself. Guests will be welcomed with an all-new daytime show called Dream and Shine Brighter in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle, which is now more beautiful than ever following its 12-month refurbishment for the castle. Underscored by a unique soundtrack, this captivating show celebrates the power of laughter, passion, and dreams. Featuring more than 30, count them, 30 Disney characters and dancers, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, and their friends will be dressed in new iridescent costumes created for the 30th anniversary. How can they have iridescent? I thought it was that was our word.
Yeah. Well, they stole it.
Paris. More than 2,000 lines of rhinestone were sewn nearly 700 meters of More than 2,000 lines of rhinestones were sewn, 700 meters of fabric were printed, and over 190 jewels were used to create the dazzling looks for the dancers and characters.
Ooh.
And at nightfall, before the start of Disney Illuminations, which is one of my favorite shows, a new spectacular pre-show called Disney Delight will light up the sky, combining video projections, illuminated water jets, lighting effects, mist, famous Disney songs, and drone choreographies.
All right. Sounds great.
They're getting drone choreographies,
Yes.
which that will transform the castle as never before. Created for the 30th anniversary by a symphony orchestra at the famous Abbey Road Studios in London, the new theme song "Un monde que Salumine. Wow, I can't even do the English
Yeah.
translation. Will
Right.
play as 200 synchronized drones take over the sky, forming a sparkling figure 30 feet right above Sleeping Beauty Castle.
Wow.
This will mark the first time at a Disney park that utilizes drone technology as part of a daily outdoor show.
Ooh.
Additional entertainment offerings are making returns, starting with Mickey and the Magician in spring or summer of 2022, and Disney Junior Dream Factory, Disney Stars on Parade, which made its big comeback early January 2022 after a 2-year hiatus.
Hmm.
Even more magic is coming to Sleeping Beauty Castle, where a new enchanted promenade features 30 art pieces, which will be installed celebrating nature, embodying the diversity of Disney and Pixar characters. The Gardens of Wonder will come to life in various forms, inspired by windmills for children, the world of Salvador Dali, and more. And Disney is thrilled to announce the first ultra chic pantsuit for Minnie Mouse at Disneyland Paris, designed by Stella McCartney herself. It screams French.
Let it
Starting,
be. Let it be. Let the
no, no,
be polka
no,
dots.
no. Stella McCartney would
I,
be wearing polka dots. She's Man on the Run.
yeah.
Um, Starting on March 6th of 2022, you'll find Minnie Mouse at Walt Disney Studio Parks as she rocks a new take on her signature polka dots for a limited time. And then starting summer of 2022, the highly anticipated opening of the new theme-based area, Adventures Campus, will invite guests to embark on a brand new epic journey as part of the transformation of Walt Disney Studios Park. The 30th anniversary marks the continued expansion into this immersive experience, beginning with the opening of Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel.
Hmm.
So be sure to stay tuned for more magical anniversary celebration news as it's unveiled, happening all at Disneyland Paris.
They're getting some very cool things.
They are.
You know, they're only celebrating 30 years. We're celebrating 50, and we don't have any cool things here. No new parades, no shows, no nothing. Got nothing. Nothing,
Well,
nothing,
we are
nothing.
a world destination.
Sure. Yep, we are that.
I like that
that.
logic.
All right, so hey, there's more entertainment coming to the Magic Kingdom for its 50th anniversary celebration.
It's like they were listening.
Yeah, maybe. Kicking off the fun, February 11th is the brand new Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. Not parade, cavalcade. Starring nearly 30 of your favorite Disney and Pixar friends. The supersized cavalcade features Nick and Judy from Zootopia, Baloo and King Louie from The Jungle Book, Jose and Panchito from The Three Caballeros, plus Merida, Moana, The Incredibles, and much more, including the Magic Kingdom's debut of Miguel and his mariachi band. Very interesting. That's not the only anticipated offering coming to the parade route. They are excited to share that the Disney's Festival of Fantasy parade will return to the Magic Kingdom on March 9th, the anniversary of the debut of this parade in 2014, winding its way through the park once again, but twice each day. Twice. Let's hope, the dragon doesn't catch fire, kids. It's got another chance. It's got
the last few years.
Yeah, it's got twice each day now it can catch fire. See, we're not getting a new one. We're recycling the old. All right. Anyway. Festival of Fantasy Parade is beloved characters like Princess and the Frog, Tangled, Peter Pan, or more are bringing their individual stories and enchanting floats through the characters themselves. and a hand of crafting them, looming 26 feet above the parade route and 30 feet in length. The fire-breathing, maleficent dragon float will return, just as menacing as ever, and there's no way the show-stopping beauty would be excluded from such a glittering assemblage. Speaking of shimmering, John,
I like
Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair will make its debut on Cinderella's Castle forecourt stage February 25th. The show will newly enhanced for the Walt Disney World 50th anniversary celebration, and it will incorporate favorite scenes which include Frozen, Tangled, Princess and the Frog, plus a new opening and a new finale with Mickey and all of his friends in sparkling iridescent fashions. Presented multiple times a day, the show will include an all-new original song entitled Where the Magic Feels Like Home. And wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more.
Later this year, we're going to get Finding Nemo, The Big Blue and Beyond, and Fantastic. Fantastic.
There you go. Close. It is fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. I think the whole story's been revamped. I don't think we're going to get the same story even.
I hope
from
not.
what I'm
Mickey
hearing.
D's was a little new.
Yeah.
You know, we've had it for so long, and it's a great show.
Yes.
I love the show, but
Yeah.
we could stand a little new.
Yeah. I don't think, from what I heard, is the boat got redone. We're still going to get the water on fire. We're still going to get fireworks and pyrotechnics and lasers and all that stuff, but I hear the story has been revamped.
Hey kids, if you thought that Genie Plus is only going to be affecting the attractions, select character sightings move to Genie Plus starting January 26th.
Interesting.
Walt Disney World's updated their website to reflect a few changes, and if meeting a character during your next Disney trip is a must-do, you'll have to take a note of this change. Now, I'm sure, well, I'll hold that question till the end. Beginning on January 26th, select Walt Disney World character sightings will be added to Genie Plus as a Lightning Lane option. The included character experiences are Cinderella and a visiting princess in Magic Kingdom Princess Fairy Tale Hall, Tiana and a visiting princess at Princess Fairy Tale Hall, separate from Cinderella. So guests will need to book 2 separate Lightning Lanes if you want to see 4 people. Mickey Mouse at Magic Kingdom's Town Square Theater, and Olaf at Celebrity Spotlight at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now, keep in mind that the standby line will still be available for these character experiences in addition to Lightning Lane. So my question is, Tony, does this mean that we're going to see the end of the pop-up, stand up and take a picture 29 feet away? Are they actually going to be like hugging characters now?
Yeah. So here's the 2 questions. Your question is, yes, are you going to still have to stand behind the velvet rope 6 feet away? I don't know. And the other thing is, what are the price of these?
Yeah.
And why would you, if you can't get the huggy picture, why would you pay for it? I mean, just do the free thing and just, But I think whoever put this on the table deserves a bonus at Disney, because this is a fantastic money grab. This is awesome. It's spectacular. As a stockholder, I applaud the hell out of them.
Yeah.
As a guest that visits and likes character greetings, not so much.
That's right. It's one of those things where Tony,
Yes.
during Christmas,
Oh yeah.
you could pay for the experience
Mm-hmm.
of getting your picture with all 7 dwarfs during the possible very Merry Christmas party, whatever the Christmas equivalent
Thing
is.
is gonna be cold. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then, dude, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. If they flip them all like that, well, that's.
You can still stand by. And, dude, last time I was at the Magic Kingdom Park and I went to go get my picture taken with Mickey, I think 15 minutes was the longest I waited.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's a long line unless they do the open characters now where you can go up and hug them and stuff. That's a different ball game.
Yeah. Because they have to speed up the love and shove then.
Yeah,
This time.
and and maybe people maybe people who are willing to pay for it don't transmit COVID the same way that regular people do.
What are you saying,
Did you
John?
pay
Rich
for this?
people
It's not
don't have
just
the ability to do that?
yeah. John, come on in. You're Genie Plus. Yes, I am. Thank you, guy. Go on, hug on Mickey. That's great. Tony, did you come in? Did you do Genie Plus? No, I've been standing in line for 20 minutes. Okay, stand right here, behind the
Rope.
the red velvet rope. Okay, smile.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hug him like that guy did.
Yeah.
Oh no, you didn't pay for the
Yeah.
experience.
Put $20 in this hand. Or $50 in this hand, and
There you
I'll
go.
tell you which one will work.
I think there should be a little like kiosk right there. You could just like
Yeah,
right
swipe
when
your
you go
card.
in,
Yeah.
right when you go in, it's
Yeah.
like, would you like to do the standby line? Or would you like
Yeah.
to pay an extra $10 and go right to the front?
Do you want to stand
Ding.
behind the rope, or do you want to hug Mickey?
That's right. Ding! I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hey, if you're coming to the parks in February, they've expanded the hours on certain days, so you can get a little bit more park time. And with big updates for the extended evening hours on the way, I think we're going to get even more of them. Plenty of extension to park hours. So, Magic Kingdom. On February 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, Magic Kingdom is closing at 10 p.m. Meanwhile, on February 15th and 16th, the park will close at 9 p.m. with extended evening hours from 9 to 11 on the 16th. Now, when we say this extended hours, you have to be staying at a deluxe resort in order to get that, and you have to go with your room card wherever it may be. Over in Epcot on February 19th, Epcot is going to open at 9 a.m., which is an hour earlier than usual. And then on the 19th, early theme park entry will start at 8:30 a.m. instead of 9:30 a.m. Over at the Animal Kingdom, get ready for this, kids. Animal Kingdom opens at 8 a.m. on February 13, 14, 18, 19, and then will close at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. on the 14th, 16th, 17th. And on top of all that, the Animal Kingdom closes at 8 p.m. on the 13th, 18th, and 19th. Now, these animals have got to be exhausted by 8 p.m. I'm just saying. That's a lot of overtime, There are also major changes coming from mid-February. If you're heading to Disney World the week of February 13th, keep an eye on those park hours. Hollywood Studios is scheduled to get this exclusive perk for the first time also in mid-February, where they're going to have the extended evening hours.
That's awesome.
Have to pay attention to that. You got to stay up on your Disney news and knowledge. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right, let's talk about some meetups, John.
Okay, let's do it.
April 20th, we are going to have our 10-year anniversary, and we're going to have a whole live event. Stay tuned. We're going to work out some details. We got to do it sooner rather than later.
Yep.
And we'll let you know. We'll be live for 3-4 days, something like that. Maybe for 10 days. We'll do it 10 days because it's 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Or 10 hours. How about that, John?
No. I don't think
You'll take the first 5. I'll take the second 5.
Yeah. Yes, I'll take that deal. Take that deal. I'm bringing the bourbon, so the first hour ought to be fun. The second, third, fourth, and fifth.
It's gonna be a little sluggish.
Hilarious.
All right. Then on April 23rd, we are going to meet in person if you so choose. Bring a mask. Bring your sanitizer. We're going to meet over at Disney's Port Orleans Resort, the French Quarters, over at the Sassagoula Floats and Food Factory, and something will be free. Hopefully beignets will be back. If not, we'll figure out something. Churros, ice cream, Mickey bars, whatever it is. We'll figure it out.
Did they fire the person who does the beignets?
I guess.
How can
They only
beignets not
had one person, and they let them go. And they took the recipe with them.
I know you guys are thinking we're being flippant, but we're not.
We're not.
That's literally
It's a
we've
thing.
we've had conversations with several people. It's like, why is this not here? And they're like, well, the person who did that is no longer with the company. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. And you have nobody else? No, we don't.
Apparently not.
Nope.
You can order them in from somewhere else. I mean,
Yeah.
can you not fly somebody from Disneyland over? Because I know they make them at Disneyland.
Yeah. You couldn't
You know?
fly somebody in from New Orleans for a couple weeks? Give it a shot. Maybe they want to stay.
There's another place on property that does beignets, and my brain is just like off right now. But I saw a picture. Anywho, just it's crazy. It's crazy.
All right. Here's a trivia question we had last week. Ready?
Yeah.
Wait, let me pull my thing. Let me get it going. All right. Last week, the trivia question was this, John. What is the shortest Disney animated movie? And when we say shortest, we're talking about time.
Time. Well, the film is only this big, so
Yeah.
that would be Dumbo. Dumbo is only like
is Dumbo.
68 minutes, right?
Yes.
Or 87 minutes,
Yeah,
right?
something like that. Yeah. Very short film.
Very short.
You flap your ears and it's all over.
Packs a lot of wallet, though.
Yeah. It
I mean,
does.
that film breaks my heart every time I watch it. I have a hard time watching it.
Yeah.
When she starts singing Baby Mine, I'm like, yeah, tear up. Choke up. Go ahead, talk about
All right.
yourselves.
This week's trivia question is this. If you're a Disney fan, you should damn well know the answer to this.
You
What
should.
are the name of the 3 hitchhiking ghosts? So all 3 of them have a name. We'd like the name of those 3 hitchhiking ghosts. If you think you know the answer, and you're really a hardcore Haunted Mansion fan,
Yeah, buddy.
send that answer to Disney Parks Podcast at gmails.com.
Just one Gmail, by the way.
A Gmail.
Yeah, don't want anybody screwing that up. That would be bad. Well, as some closures and 7 more continue at Walt Disney World this week. You might not know this, but every year Disney World closes some attractions and they refurbish them over the winter while the crowds are just a little bit lower. Just a little bit lower.
It's at least 3 people less.
That's right. And this year's no different. If you're visiting during this time, it's important to know that because, sometimes your attractions aren't available for the ones that you want to experience. I found that out when I went to Disneyland Paris. Spent thousands of dollars to go, and all I wanted to do was ride Space Mountain 2, and nope.
Hyperspace
Mountain. No, it was
Bungalow Space Mountain?
Space Mountain. It's like Space Mountain 2. It's like there's another. It's a weird name because it's not really Space Mountain. It's something else. So let's go around the horn. Magic Kingdom refurbishments. The Walt Disney Railroad is going to still be down for the next several years. Train loop around the park is currently being blocked by construction of the Tron Light Cycle Run, and with no official opening date announced, it's still unknown when the railroad may operate in the park again. Walt really only had one thing. I want to have a park where families can go and experience the joy and magic together. Oh, and have a railroad go around it. Yeah. Splash Mountain, we've talked about this in a previous show. Splash Mountain at the Magic Kingdom is set for closure. It's set to be closed for another week. Splash Mountain closes annually. The ride closed for routine maintenance that's not related to the rumored transformation into the Princess and the Frog theme at the beginning of January, and is not projected to reopen again until February 11th of 2022. So they just closed it for general refurb. They're not transitioning anything yet.
Yep.
Kind of hoping that idea just kind of falls in the trash can. Over at Epcot, the Souk Al Maghreb, you can walk around World Showcase and be filled with a little less shopping, as Souk Al Maghreb will remain closed for another week in the Morocco Pavilion. The store has been closed for several months now, and it won't be much longer until it opens its doors again on February 6th. And Tony, I know that you were just there this weekend and you were complaining that you couldn't get your whatever they sell at Silk Al Maghreb, complaining baklava or
Yeah,
your baba ganoush, or I don't know what they sell there. I don't know if I've ever been in it, to be honest with you.
yeah,
I probably have because I have wandered around the entire pavilion, but
yeah. It's the store. If you're walking towards American Adventure, it's the store on the left, just before the little beverage thing,
oh, yeah, I have walked through there.
where you get the like henna art too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Over at the Animal Kingdom, Tony's favorite park,
Oh yeah.
Expedition Everest: Legend of the Forbidden Mountain is another roller coaster that's closed at the beginning of the month for refurbishment, and the work continues throughout this week. Disney's website currently lists that closure lasting through mid-April of 2022. So
Nice.
the Yeti's broken and the ride's down for refurbishment anyway. So there you go. We've got some Disney water park refurbishments. Disney's Blizzard Beach water park. One of the parks usually closes for a little time for refurbishment. So this is Disney Blizzard Beach water park's turn. Park closed at the beginning of January, and a reopening date has not yet been announced. However, in the meantime, guests looking to take a dip in the pool have fun with that this week, kids. You can head over to Typhoon Lagoon Water Park, which I'm not sure all that water is heated, so
Yeah.
bit chilly over there.
Oh yeah.
And then Disney's Art of Animation Resort, enjoying spending some time of your Disney day back at your resort pool. Well, if you're staying at Disney's Art of Animation Resort, you'll need to know that Flippin' Finn's pool, which is located in the Little Mermaid section, is currently closed.
Mm.
Closure is expected to last through late February, but both the Big Blue pool and the Cozy Cone pool remain open for guests to freeze their took-us off in the meantime.
The water's warm. The air is not.
Is it? Is the
Yeah,
water
the pools
warm?
are heated. Yeah, sure.
Are they really?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about the water parks?
Yeah, yeah. I think most of them, most of the pool things are. I don't know if the water attraction slide things are heated. Yeah, if you've ever woken up in a resort, there's always steam coming off the pool when it's cold.
The
Yeah.
problem with that is you got to get out of the pool.
Yeah, eventually you'll have to get out, or you're, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah, problematic.
yeah, and it's tough to swim because, you can stand in it. That's great. Your head's freezing. Everything else is warm. And then you're always trying to go underwater to get warm.
Yeah, it's a great way to get sick,
Yeah, I'm sure.
and this is the wrong time of year to get sick.
Yeah, because we don't know if you have COVID, the flu,
Cold, cough,
Cold.
headache, fever,
fever.
stuffy head,
Yeah,
aching so you can rest.
yeah. Yeah. It was
Medicine.
funny. I I went to have blood drawn today, and the woman says to me, "Do you have any COVID symptoms?" I said, "I don't know what those are. Can you, what's the difference between those and a cold?" She's like, "We'll put down no." Okay, let's go with that. All right, hey, I love this story more than anything. There's a new documentary by Roy Disney's granddaughter. That's Roy O. Disney, granddaughter, and it shows a harsh criticism towards Disney. Now, this person, Abigail Disney, has not really been silent about her feelings towards the Disney company. The fact that she put him in a documentary film, I kind of applaud her for doing that. So let's talk about this. The Disney legacy is a hotly dated topic. My opinion is there should be one Disney person on the board. Just pick one. Rotate them. You, Disney person, over here. Sit. Help us make decisions. That's all I'm asking. Many are frustrated with some of the Walt Disney Company's recent decisions. I think we all are. While others believe these changes are necessary. It seems like Disney guests aren't the only ones disappointed in Disney's recent changes. Through a new documentary directed by Abigail E. Disney, the granddaughter of Roy O. Disney, takes a critical view on the current Disney leadership. This just recently aired at Sundance. Is the only place it's been available yet. I am sure it will make its way around. Maybe not on Disney Plus, but maybe other places like Netflix, Amazon
And
Prime.
debuting this month on Disney Plus. Abigail E. Disney rails the Disney leadership. Can't wait for you to see that. All new on the Disney Plus streaming service.
Abigail Disney's upcoming documentary titled The American Dream and Other Fairy Tales is set to premiere on January 24th as part of the Sundance Film Festival, which was held digitally due to the pandemic. It wasn't in person. According to the story by the New York Times, Ms. Disney, actress Kathleen Hughes, and Disney's siblings worked together to create a critical documentary on how the Walt Disney Company has become ground zero for the widening of equality in America. Abigail Disney is not happy with the Walt Disney World Company. The documentary will focus on issues like pay equality within the company, which is Miss Disney's attempt to discuss with Disney leadership in the past. According to The Hollywood Reporter, she wrote 2 emails to Bob Iger concerning her issues with the company, which were not received well by senior leadership. Strangely enough, Disney did not respond to Miss Disney's email. I can help you with that.
They don't respond to Tony's emails either. And your last name's not Disney.
Yeah.
You would think if an email comes from someone whose last name is Disney,
You would probably
might
want to respond to
respond.
that.
you might want to come back with something.
Keep in mind that the Disney family is not involved in managing the Walt Disney World Company. Back in 2003, Abigail Disney's father, Roy E. Disney, stepped down from the board. At that point, Bob Iger took over, and Iger was eventually replaced by our dear friend, Bob Paycheck, in 2020. The New York Times, who was able to view the documentary ahead of its premiere, explains that Miss Disney and her sister are sure their grandfather, Roy O., who would be helping bring Disney to life, would not approve of the current state of the company at one point. Abigail Disney says, I can't see Roy O. Disney taking $66 million home for a year's work in the same year when at the same company people can't afford food. Miss Disney also did not hold back when asked about her current CEO of Disney, Bob Paycheck. When speaking to the Hollywood Reporter, I think, Abigail, you need to call him Bob Paycheck. I think that'll get his attention. The Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah, might be a little slanderous, but okay.
I think you'll get his attention, though. The Hollywood Reporter, she said, there are 1,000 ways they've been cutting costs, and much of it came from Bob Paycheck and under his command. So I don't really have a very optimistic expectations. If anything, it'll probably get worse.
Yep.
Abigail Disney is hoping her documentary will get picked up by a major streaming service. I'll stream it from my house, Abigail. Every day, all day.
Here's what'll happen. Disney will buy it, bury it.
Yeah, probably.
Disney will buy it, and they'll
Burn
pay they'll pay millions and millions of dollars for it.
Yeah.
They'll bury it, and then they'll flip it around and say, "What'd you do with that money? Did you give it to Did you give it to cast members?"
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, man. I mean, I see. I can't believe I'm about to say this. I see both sides of the argument.
Sure.
Because I understand that we live in a world where we want to encourage people to make money. I'm a fan of making money. I'm a fan of if you're worth, to the company enough to pay somebody that much money, I completely understand it. But you can't ignore how Disney does their transactional interactions with their cast members. Totally understand. But there's also a large, or there used to be, I don't know about since the pandemic,
Yeah.
but there's, I remember there was a news story when this first broke a couple years ago about Abigail complaining.
Mm-hmm.
They did a news story on one Disneyland cast member who'd been with the company for decades,
Right.
and she was complaining because she lived like in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
She could barely afford food.
Right.
She was taking surplus food home,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said, "Well, why don't you just quit and go get another job?" She's like, "Why should I have to quit? I love this job. I love
Yeah.
what I do."
Yeah.
Which is the double-edged sword of being a cast member. Most of them love what they do.
Yeah.
Um, and their pay is low.
Yeah.
I don't you know, and then the people that I hold accountable for
Mm-hmm.
this, honestly, and this is going to piss a bunch of people off, but I don't care. I almost got handled by a Disney cast member, so I'll throw this one out there. Bob Chapek,
Right.
Bob Iger, because they've
Mm-hmm.
allowed it under
Mm-hmm.
their watch for the last decades.
Yeah.
And doesn't Disney cast members have a union?
Certain cast members do. Yes.
I don't know why the cast members who were treated like crap don't unionize.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. I think we had this conversation too a couple years ago when this story broke. That there should be. I think the example was some CEO of some company only makes like 2 or 3 times what the lowest paid employee in the company. To equalize. So the CEO is not making $3 billion, and the guy who's cleaning up the floor is making $1.65 an hour. Kind of, balance it out. I mean, I can see something like that, but I also feel that and it's just me. I'm assuming to some point, and maybe it's not true, that the Disney grandchildren are stockholders. I would think somewhere along the line they must own some Disney company stock. I would assume. I don't. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's all in estates or whatever. But I would like to see them have a voice, just to voice a channel that they can voice their concern. And maybe the Disney company says, "Okay, we heard it, and there's really nothing we can do about it, and we're just going to go on."
yeah,
But at least let them speak.
yeah. But how much sway could you have when their stock holdings are what they are?
Mm-hmm.
When you see the hundreds of thousands of stocks, like the story of how much stock they gave Michael Eisner. I mean, you can't compete with that.
Yeah.
They're paying him millions and millions of dollars, and they're getting stock options.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
they're beyond uber rich.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
they
sometimes their stock options, in most cases, their stock options outweigh their pay.
right. I mean, they could literally stop getting paid for the rest of their careers and still be amazing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Eh,
I just, unfortunately, we live in a day and age where, you should,
Greed.
if you're unhappy,
Greed is
go
good.
somewhere else. Huh?
Greed is good.
Yeah. If you're unhappy, go
To
somewhere
quote
else.
Gordon Gekko.
That's right. If you're unhappy, go somewhere else. Well, I can't. Well, okay, then you've got time off, right? Which, depending on what you're doing, some of the college and career kids and the international kids are kept like indentured servants.
Yeah.
But in that free time, I'd be figuring out a side hustle, man.
Yeah.
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 Anywho, maybe this is owing to some of the problems. Free sunglasses are now arriving later during the Magic Key Holder Celebration Month at Disneyland.
Too bad.
As reported earlier, complimentary sunglasses will be giving out to the Magic Key holders during Magic Key Holder Celebration Month at Disneyland starting on February 1st. But the official Disneyland Magic Key Holder Instagram account provided an update in their story saying that these sunglasses will be arriving later in the celebration.
I guess the gatekeeper still has them.
I guess. I guess the gatekeepers trying to have not made them yet and sent them over, or they're sitting out on a boat out in the Pacific. The story reads, it's almost time for the Magic Key Holder Celebration Month, and sunglasses will now be arriving later in the celebration. But starting on February 1st, there will be so much magic available, from special photo op opportunities to giveaways to menu items. You'll never miss those glasses. It didn't say that. I just made that up. The story then links to the official Disneyland website listing all of the perks for the Magic Key Holder Celebration Month. I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
So Disneyland gets a Magic Key Holder Month. And isn't the Magic Key Holder thing pretty much the same thing as like annual passes here?
Yeah, they have 3 levels of passes. Magic, Believe, and Dream, I think. Or there are 3, something crazy like that. Ours Pirate Princess, and ours are after characters, theirs are after visionary statements.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we don't have that over here.
No,
do we?
we there's no Pass Holder Celebration Month over here.
We are the redheaded stepchildren.
Yep. We got the blessing of size, so there's that.
All right. Well, all right, everybody. How about a little headline news?
And now, the headline news.
All right, first item got me super, super excited. Disney Cruise Line is introducing Pixar Day at Sea. Select fantasy sailings in 2023. You know what Tony's going to be doing in 2023?
Yep, taking a 7-day cruise.
That's right, baby. That's right. Disney Live Entertainment will produce the 2022 Special Olympics U.S. Games opening ceremony. All right. So you do know where to find entertainers to put on shows. All right, that's good to know. Now just bring them to the parks and put them in parades. That would be great, Disney.
Yep.
All right. Hey, there's a new post-cruise COVID testing service for guests returning home. So this is mainly for your international travels that have to have an antigen or PCR test before they go back to their home countries. And this will be happening at the port here, and also they started a testing site in New Orleans as well. So both places you can get a COVID test. And I don't know if anybody heard the story that people got COVID and then were supposed to go on a Disney World vacation, and Disney put them on a bus and sent them back to the airport because they had COVID. I don't know if anybody heard that story.
Weren't they asymptomatic, though?
They were asymptomatic, but tested positive, and Disney said, no, you cannot go to your Disney resort because you got the COVIDs.
Wow.
Yep. Talking about Pixar at Sea, you're also going to get Marvel Day at Sea as that returns to the cruise line in 2023 as well. Hey, the Quinjet landed at Disneyland Paris.
I remember when that landed at Disneyland.
I really wish we can get an Avenger campus.
Dude, that'd be great. I don't know how we can. Most of the major Avengers are stuck in that contract with Universal.
I don't know. That's a shame.
Yep.
Finally, somebody righted a wrong and gave Walt Disney's archiving founder, Dave Smith, a window on Main Street at Disneyland Park. I don't know how this slipped through the cracks, that Dave didn't get one while he was alive, but
it's crazy.
Good for you, Dave. I mean, you couldn't see it or enjoy it because they waited till you were dead.
Right.
I'm sorry. Walt Disney World's purple signage is being replaced with blue and gold signs. So if you're watching the video, kids, this is going away, and it's now a blue and gold color. This is come bye-bye. Say goodbye. You're dead to me, blue.
We had a chat. Off air, and Tony made a great observation. He said it just looks flat.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, it does. It just looks very flat.
Doesn't
like
pop. It doesn't
pop,
shine,
like
sparkle. Yep. Looks like every other road sign.
Yep.
Hey, if you're a Disney Photo Pass enthusiast, they, for a limited time in the Magic Kingdom, as part of the 50th anniversary celebration, will print your 8x10 on metal.
Ooh,
So you have a metallic metal print.
nice.
Exclusively at the Magic Kingdom, only while the 50th anniversary celebration is taking place, at least for now. I'm sure once Disney sells a bazillion of them, they'll change their mind and say, hey, we should keep that around.
Yeah.
Galactic Star Cruiser guests will have complimentary Lightning Lane access to Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run. I am shocked.
Shocking. Be a side door. They should just walk out through the
Yeah.
side door and just walk in.
Yeah. Yeah, why do I have to go stand in any line? I just gave you $5,000. Is that not
Is that not enough?
complimentary enough?
Are you not entertained?
Yeah. This was a good one. Disney Parks chairman Josh D'Amaro participated in the Star Wars test cruise of the Galactic Star Cruiser.
I haven't heard any news on that. Have we gotten any reviews
no,
out yet?
nothing. I haven't seen
Let me
anything
look
either.
on Yelp. Let me look
Yeah.
on Yelp. Hang on a
Yeah.
second.
Dear Josh D'Amaro, if you could give us your insights on what you thought. Maybe you should go check his Twitter feed. Maybe he posted something.
But it's going to be corporate. It's
Yeah,
not. I don't want corporate. I want.
You want an unbiased Star Wars fanatic
Yes.
opinion?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
It's not going to happen. But
Yeah,
you know.
not gonna happen. I just want to see if he's improved his lightsaber training too. Because the first time was not very good, Josh. I'm sorry.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
You got to go back to lightsaber school.
No.
All right, and I want to know if he was eaten by Jabba the Hutt.
I just want to know if he got bitten by a rancor. I mean, I'd be cool with that.
And last but not least, and sadly, Hong Kong Disneyland is extending their COVID closure through at least mid-February. So
Wow.
apparently the numbers not be doing well in the Hong of the Kong.
Mm-mm.
So there's
That's
that.
awful.
Yipper.
It's awful.
Yipper. That's all she wrote, my friends.
Yeah. That's it. We don't have to do any more. Everything else is pre-recorded.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
All right.
You want to stop it?
Sure.